welcome to my kitchen. We are continuing our world tour, and this time we're headed east to try some Asian flavors. Now what typically comes to mind with that is Chinese food or maybe Japanese sushi, but we're getting a little more adventurous today. We are going to try a Korean beef and rice dish that is out of this world. This comes together so quickly that you might not even want to blink because I'll be done before you know it. Well, I've gotten a jump start. As you can see, I have some ground beef in here. This is 1 pound of ground beef that I have browned, and I've also drained. You don't want to have any of that extra fat in there. So once that's going, you can hear the sizzle. It's starting to smell good already. I'm gonna add garlic. You can never have too much garlic, right? This is 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm just gonna plop that right in there and stir it around. There you go. Oh, and I found this handy dandy little tool. Check this out. It helps with ground beef or ground turkey. You just kind of smash it in there and it like breaks it up, it spins it around, it does all of that stuff. So good. Oh my gosh, that garlic is smelling amazing. Okay, next on the list, I'm gonna add some brown sugar, and this is gonna give it a really deep taste, a little sweet but not too sweet. And this is a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, and it can be light or dark, doesn't matter. Just go ahead and plop that in. I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit more because you wanna make sure that that sugar is melting. Mix that in really well. Boy, that garlic is starting to cook. And you really wanna make sure you give time for that garlic to cook because raw garlic, not the best experience to bite into. Okay, next on the list is ground ginger, and I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger here. You can use fresh if you have it, that's fantastic, but you wanna use a little more, and this is kind of true with all herbs. Fresh to dry is like a 3-to-1 ratio, because when something's dry, now the liquid's out, it kind of shrinks down and gets a lot smaller. So here I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and you can find that in your grocery store in the spice aisle. It's not uncommon. So far, most of the stuff you probably have in your pantry already. Okay, stir that around. Okay, and you can see that the beef is getting a little browner because of that brown sugar. Okay, our next ingredient is sesame oil. I've got 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. It doesn't have to be toasted if you don't have it. Untoasted is fine. And if you can't find sesame oil, you can always leave it out. It does add a nice depth of flavor, but it's not an absolute must. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. There you go, and you can hear that sizzling a little bit. I'm gonna turn it up just a touch. There you go. Boy, you can really smell that sesame in there now. You can see the little steam coming up. All right, and our final ingredient that we're adding to this, see, did you blink? We're almost done. It's soy sauce. Again, I've got a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, which is 4 tablespoons. Add that to the stack. Look at that, it's like the Leaning Tower of Ramekins. Oh my gosh, this looks and smells so good. And as far as putting this dish together, that's it. I'm just gonna put the lid on it and we'll wait about 5 to 7 minutes to let those flavors really blend and meld together, and then we're done. We'll plate it up. It's been about 7 minutes and the flavors are all mixed and delicious together. It smells so incredible. Now the way this is typically served is in a bowl, but I want to put it on a nice big platter and kind of show it off. I'm just going to spoon that out until I get most of it out. I don't want to spill it. And you can always add a little bit more soy, a little bit more brown sugar if you want to have more sauce on it, but this is so good as is. And I just put it over some steamed rice that I made earlier and heat it up. I'm gonna put a little garnish on it, some beautiful green scallions to add a nice pop of color and a little bit of flavor. And then just a few sesame seeds. And that's it, wasn't that easy? Now I expect the 3 of you to make that when you get home and send me pictures. We'll see you next time.